Hello everyone, and once again welcome to the Dark Project. Now, last time we did some undercover work, and the next mission is hands down my favorite one in the entire game. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that, and let's get on with it.
With the talismans, I'll be able to break the wards on the cathedral. It's time for me to retrieve the eye and bring it to Constantine. Last time I was here, the eye was inside, in plain sight on the main altar. I just have to grab it and leave. But that won't necessarily be easy if the place is as haunted as it looked before. So if things get tough, there is another way out. Through the gate in the cloister, behind the cathedral. The sooner this ordeal is over with, the better. When I get paid for this job, I'm gonna retire in style.
Yeah, this appears to be a very simple mission, but of course it's not that easy. Now you know that I like undead, and this mission is littered with undead. Yeah, what do I need? Maybe some broadhead arrows. In this mission they will actually be useful. And now we are back at the cathedral.
So, you are returned with the talismans, you clever man. I did not think it likely that you would succeed.
Yeah, a lot of undead. Not only is this mission fun to play, it is also very fascinating, or at least I find it fascinating. And I will probably explain it to you. I should have more than enough time during this mission, because this is a long one. Yes, at first our only objectives are to grab the eye and get out. However, there's a lot more that you have to do, and so I will do a couple of other things first that don't necessarily make sense now, but it will make things easier and less dangerous later on. You will see why. First, let's go into the cellar, because we need electricity in this place. I could turn on the lights, but I don't want to do that for obvious reasons. Yeah, what I find so fascinating about this mission is they never explain in detail what happened here. You can find hints and stories of what happened, but yeah, it's never fully explained, so you have to fill in the gaps. And of course, what your imagination comes up with is most likely more horrifying and creepy than what, say, the developers could have come up with if they had just spelled it out. like I've said, this will all make sense later. I will need the body of this poor guy.
Where are you going? Have you come all this way, only to leave me as I fall within your grasp?
Oh no, don't worry. I'm not going to leave you. But yeah, you see this place, you see the ghosts, the zombies, and you imagine what it must have been like when this place fell. Of course, this is all connected to the eye. And yeah, I imagine what it must have been like when the first ghosts appeared. The dead were rising from their graves, and the desperate fight of the survivors, until finally they were all killed or driven away. Kind of like in a zombie apocalypse like The Walking Dead, but yeah, without the happy ending. Yeah, that's basically why this is my favorite mission. This place is legitimately horrifying, I think. Again, I don't know if you can imagine that, if you have never played the game, how intense the gameplay can be. And when you have a backstory like this, then that just adds to the tension, the suspense, and everything. And also, this is just a very well-designed level. It's challenging, but it's not really unfair. Or not too unfair. Now that I have turned on the power, I could use this elevator. Actually, maybe I will do that in a minute. On the other hand, no, that's not really the way I want to go. Yes, apparently the eye is doing some weird things. Or whatever can be considered weird for a talking magic gemstone. I guess with stuff like that you have to expect some weird behavior. Of course, this place, this haunted cathedral, is really the reason and the source behind this entire part of the city being haunted, and the reason why it had to be walled off. And again, you can only imagine what it must have been like. As I have mentioned before, apparently this sword of Constantine's is glitched. Until now this hasn't been really a problem. In this mission it will be a problem. Again, I will explain it when the time comes. Okay, now I need this guy to turn around again. Yeah, thank you. I have shown you that I cannot hit anything with the sword. That is not entirely true. Yes, I will explain later. Now is not the time. Now I have to concentrate on what I am doing. Also, you may have noticed that all the doors in this mission close again on their own. Obviously, the developers did this to make this place seem more haunted and creepy, and it definitely works. However, I kind of like this. I like that I don't have to close the doors again all the time. And you always get a warning when an enemy is approaching. All the doors are shut all the time, so they have to open them, obviously, and in some cases that can actually warn you ahead of time. Now I want him to turn around again, or can I... Ah, no. Again, this guy I need also. It will all make sense, I promise you. Now I'm almost ready to grab the eye. However, that is only the real start of this mission, getting the eye. And what I'm doing now, it's all preparations for later. Okay, but now, yes, now I'm ready. Let's get that weird talking gem. There are multiple ways to do this. I could also use my rope arrows to get the eye, but I've always like to do it this way. Get into this little room. Nothing else in here. Then I will need moss arrows. And then grab the eye. Oof.
Now that you have attained your prize, can you escape with your skin?
Yeah, that's the challenge now. Escape with my skin. I like to do that this way, because I cannot be attacked in this room. No enemy can reach this, and also they cannot see me. Because grabbing the eye triggers some kind of alarm with them. They will now all be looking for me. So this gives them an opportunity to calm down again a little bit. As you can see now, all of those undead are patrolling in the entire cathedral, not only in this large room down there. And all of this stuff that I did would now be a lot more difficult and dangerous with all of those guys running around here. That rope arrow is just in case I have to make a hasty retreat. Now, you would think that escaping is really easy, because you only have to make it back to the entrance, right? Well, wrong, unfortunately. I will show you why. Because now...
Leaving so soon. I think that would be too easy. These doors I sealed once again. You have to find another way.
Yes.
Now, how am I going to get out of here?
Those doors are sealed again. And we have to use that other exit in the cloister, which is also locked, unfortunately. And that's where the difficult part of this mission begins. Now I have to get down there somehow without anyone noticing me. Because, yeah, I think you can imagine what happens when they see me. Actually, this could work, yes. Okay, at least I made it out of that cathedral for now.
Welcome to the majestic and splendid Hammer Cathedral. How pleasing to welcome new initiates into our fold. I am Brother Murus, and I will be thy spiritual guide. I see that thou art tired from your journey, so I'll leave thee be. But if thou needst my help, I can be found down in the cloister.
Yeah, this was a friendly ghost. And yeah, we have to do something for him, and then he will help us escape.
Aha, our newest acolyte. Thou seems to have gotten thyself into some trouble, And from the looks of thee, I'd say thou art used to trouble. Well, I can help thee escape this desolate place, if thou wilt help me with something. Since thou clearly camest here to collect things, thou can start by collecting some things for me. All brothers have rosary beads, so thou'lt need some too. Thou canst borrow mine. I think I left them in my room. I remember that it was so nice to look out over the fountain in the garden. So be a good lad and bring me my rosary.
Yeah, now we have to collect some things for him. For this Brother Murus, whatever he's called. And actually I remember all of them, I think. So I'm not going to go back to him every time after every single object. This part of the mission is dangerous, or actually more dangerous than the rest, I would say. Because in these narrow rooms you really don't have a lot of space to maneuver and evade if you are detected. I may have to use my holy water here. Okay, so that's... Oh, look at that. That's 3 zombies eliminated. That should give me some space. these rosary beads. That's the first thing I need for the ghost. Now, is there one of those hammer horns, or whatever they are called, going to walk by here? Let's see. Yes. Okay, now, let me explain what's going on. So this glitch that I experienced made this sword that I have now, Constantine's sword, almost unusable because I cannot hit anything with it. And in this mission, the last objective that you will be given will be to kill all of those hammer horns, and there are a lot of them. And if you cannot use your sword to do that, then you are limited to your arrows and mines and such. And I have actually tried this once before. I already did another recording of this mission, however I have been unable to complete it because of that. Now, what I have found out is that I can actually hit something with the sword if I look or if I aim above my target. So that's kind of a weird glitch. I think I'll have to reinstall the game to fix it, but I have already recorded and uploaded so much of this Let's Play. I really don't feel like doing that again. So yeah, I will try and do it this way. Of course, this will be a bit tedious and difficult and dangerous. And yeah, so I will quick save before every one of those hammer horns, and then in case I screw it up because of this glitch really, then I will reload. Not to mask my failure, but this is kind of a shitty situation. So I just wanted to get that out there so that you can actually understand what the hell is going on. Yeah, when I do it like this, then the sword appears to be working normally. It's just that this is, of course, really fucked up. I cannot... Obviously, when I cannot see where I'm aiming, then... fucking lame. I am, however, very grateful for your understanding.
Aha, what a wonderful looter thou art. Thou hast found my rosary. I have some other things for thee to do as well. I needs for thou to get a holy symbol. This place is not as holy as it once was, I'm afraid, so thou might have a hard time finding one. Thou canst always make one for thyself in the Tenor factory. We do it all the time and praise the builder for his works.
Yeah, so next to the factory. This is kind of a weird glitch. Again, this has never happened to me before. I actually read about this in online in a thread about, I think it was about this mod that I'm using. So yeah, thanks a lot to whoever it was that posted a solution. Now, of course, the more obvious solution to this problem would be to reinstall this game and the mod, which is unfortunately not viable in this situation, because this is a let's play and I have already done so much of it. This candle I will need also, and then I will have to get in there. Yeah. There appears to be no one home at the moment. Actually, yeah, there is. There is someone home. Damn it. This is not good. Oh no. Well, definitely screwed that up. Actually, I will end this episode right now. So, thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.